Confused about what career to choose? Not quite sure if the range of study and work options compatible with your personality, aptitude and interests? Welcome to Career Cafe, where we give you a ringside view of an exciting career each week. Together, we shall explore the pros and cons, the ins and outs, the programs and prospects, all the stuff you need to make an informed and successful career choice. Hi, I'm your host and career guide Pervin Malhotra, and on the menu today we have careers in management. When the founders of XLRI set up India's very first B school in 1949, little would they have dreamt how popular a career in management would become in times to come. Today, management is arguably the most preferred career option, leaving behind traditional favorites such as medicine, law, engineering, and even public service. That it remains an exciting prospect and continues to attract ever-increasing numbers is largely due to India's economic emergence. But all is not rosy. Several B schools are shutting down. Students aren't getting placed. So is the boom in management education in India a bubble waiting to burst, or is it a phenomenon that's come to stay? To answer these and other related questions, we have with us Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Director of BIMTech and former Director of AICTE. With a Master's in Commerce, followed by a Doctorate in Business Management, Dr. Chaturvedi has over 35 years of experience in teaching, research and administration, besides several books and papers to his credit. He is a former director of AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, the nodal body of management, engineering and technical education in the country. And for the last decade and a half, he has also served as the director of a leading Indian B school. Welcome to Career Cafe, Dr. Chaturvedi. Delighted.
My pleasure.
So, Dr. Chaturvedi, I'm going to start with a very cliched question, but this is the question that is uppermost in most students' mind, जिन्होंने CAT लिया और अब क्या करना है, in the sense that, selecting a B school has become such a daunting task. So many B schools, thousands of them, and everyone knows which the top 10 and 15 are. But after that, what? How reliable are these rankings? How should one view them? How do you make an informed and judicious choice?
My submission about the business schools ranking is that the prospective candidates should be very selective. There are many rankings, and the majority of them are run for commercial motives.
True.
So they have to find out which of the rankings are genuine ranking. Some of the prestigious media houses which are in the business media, they are running ranking and they are running for long time, and a major identification of a good ranking can be that the methodology of the ranking should be explained in detail.
Absolutely.
So I think instead of banking upon any ranking done by any commercial organization, they should go for ranking done by prestigious media houses or research bodies.
And I think you need to put 3 or 4 rankings together to get a real picture.
So now this data is also available, and most of the prestigious ranking, they are making it very transparent. They are giving all the details they have collected from the B schools which have been ranked by them. So they should go into the picture in totality, a holistic view, and they can take inputs from the recruiters as well as the past students.
Very true. So if you have any queries about a career in management, careers in management, please call us quickly on our toll-free numbers 011-230-35420 and 1-800-115314. That's right on your screens. Yes, continue, Dr. Saab. The other thing, so tell me, suppose somebody's not made it. If someone's made it to the top 10, 15, pat yourself on the back and go. But if you haven't made it, say to the top 20 or even 25, then what should you do and how should you look at getting into a B school?
I think it is always an individual choice, because in our country there has been a tradition that one should complete the education. And if you compare all the options available in the Indian higher education market, I think medicine, management and engineering, are better than classical general education. So if somebody is not able to get place in top 15 or 20 B schools, I think up to the top 100 B schools, there is no risk because the country is very huge. Our economy is booming, although there have been temporary setbacks and recessionary trends. But the overall long-term prospects for management graduates is bright. So I think up to top 100 B school, there is no problem, there is no risk, and it will the creamy layer of all top 100 B school, they are selected and they are identified by the recruiters.
I think that's a very valid point, that agar aap instead of being at the bottom of an A grade, even if you are right on top of a B grade, you know, you would tend to be noticed.
And let me also give one input that many recruiters, they do not like the behavior pattern of some of the top B schools like IIMs, because the pass outs from IIMs, they select a company and they do not stay. True. After 1 or 2 years, they leave. So compared to IIMs, the other B schools from private sector
stickiness.
Or the new IIMs graduates, they stay for some longer time. So I think there are good prospects even up to 100 top B schools.
Oh, I think that must be music to most people's ears. And you know, today I have hundreds of questions to ask you, but I'm sure there are lots of callers as well. The first one is already waiting on the lines. Dharmesh from New Delhi. Yes, welcome to Career Cafe.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I want to ask that how do you compare the programs at weekend batch like in IFT and the programs running normally?
Programs run at IFT. Are you talking about the full-time programs or are you talking about the part-time programs?
The full-time and part-time.
Well, I think...
How do you compare? I am working.
Yes.
That's why I am asking this.
My suggestion for you, if you are working and you cannot devote full time, it will be better for you to attend a part-time program offered by IIFT. It's a very prestigious management institute offering sectoral program in international business. And if you can leave your job and if you get admission in IIFT, I think it is also a good choice. For taking admission in the full-time program, if you want to improve your employability or if you want to improve your pay package.
Yes, but typically that's a very tough decision to take, no? I mean, if you're at a reasonably good level.
Getting a job for students from IIFT
is not
a problem, because I have been observing the employment trends at IIFT, and I have never found that students at IIFT are facing any problem. So very prestigious. It's a numero uno in whole Asia for international business.
Absolutely. I think it's ranked along with the IIMs, and yes, amongst the top 20. So I don't think, so if you're getting in there, grab it. And you know, if you've been working for a few years, it will be nice to take that little academic break also. The other thing is, tell me, I mean, you've been director of at AICT. How do our best B schools, say the IIMs, the ABCs, compare with the best B schools in the world? Honest answer.
On some parameters, I compare the top echelon of Indian B schools like IIMs, ABC, and also Indian School of Business, which has completed 1 decade. They can be compared. The intellectual capital of these Indian B schools can be compared with the B schools of Ivy League B schools of the world. But there are some problems. One major problem is our top B schools are lacking in internationalization. Among the faculty and students of Indian B schools, hardly there is any representation of the foreign students and foreign faculty. And their collaborative research work is also not very significant. So I think they are lacking in some respect because of the government policies. Government has not allowed our top B schools to go abroad and set up campuses.
Yes.
Had they been allowed 20 years back, they could have risen easily and they could have competed with the top B schools of the world.
Well said. And to that we have another caller, Saurabh from Gorakhpur. Welcome, Saurabh.
Hello, a very good evening to all the panelists.
Thank you.
Just a brief about myself. I am having 33 months of experience in the IT sector.
Right.
So I wanted to know which of the B schools should I target. And also, is it like if one wishes to shift from one sector to another, is it possible?
I think that's exactly what a B school education post-work experience will enable you to do, which you won't be able to do otherwise. Is it not? And obviously with 33 years of work experience?
33 months?
33 months, sorry, yes, 33 months of work experience, that's reasonably good.
I think it's a very good work experience, and he can aspire to take admission in some of the good B schools where a good weightage is given to work experience. So top 20 B schools, there is weightage for this kind of work experience, but it should be in supervisory capacity.
So, डॉक्टर साहब, ये जो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस का हम इतना बड़ा ये बनाते हैं, and especially B schools in the West, I mean, Harvard would want 5+, etc. Is that, and Indian B schools, barring the top ones, aren't really, इसको weightage really दिया जाता है क्या? And why is the weightage given? Is it because the industry wants people who can hit the road running, or is that just because of a norm that we follow?
Worldwide, management education gives lot of recognition to work experience.
Right.
And in India, because of the cultural reasons, because of the norms of the society, in our country there has been a tradition that one should complete his or her education
In one.
before plunging into the real life, that getting married or joining a job. So this cultural norm in India is very strong.
True.
And most of the B schools in our country, they admit both freshers and with people with work experience. So I think now there are good choices available for both kind of candidates. Like people with work experience, they can aspire for 1-year program at ISB or executive program at IIMs, different IIMs.
Right.
Those who are freshers or not having much work experience, they can join any program where freshers are also allowed, or 1 year or 2 years work experience is also
Because
given
the problem
weightage.
arises when engineering students होते हैं, उनको तो graduation के बाद jobs मिल जाती है, but एक आम BCom या BSc का graduate होता है, उसको तो बहुत दिक्कत पड़ती है. और आप कहते हैं supervisory level का job, वो कहाँ उसको मिलेगा?
ये जो बात आपने उठाई, मैं इससे सहमत हूँ, क्योंकि हमारे मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन में एक बायस है इंजीनियर्स के लिए. दे गिव लॉट ऑफ प्रेफरेंसेस फॉर इंजीनियर्स. जो कैट का एग्जामिनेशन है, उसमें इंजीनियर्स को बहुत सुविधा रहती है क्वांटिटेटिव सॉल्व करने के लिए
वगैरह. बिल्कुल. और
जो लोग बीए या बीकॉम करते हैं, लिबरल आर्ट से आते हैं, लेकिन अभी वर्ल्ड ओवर देयर इज लॉट ऑफ चेंज अकरिंग, एंड there is an attraction towards liberal arts.
Yes.
People with liberal arts, those who have studied literature or social sciences, they are also given preferences at the top level B schools abroad.
True, very
so
true.
this trend will
Percolate.
also be coming into India, because many times at top level in corporate sector, we need people who can think creatively, who have diverse talent, and merely having quantitative abilities will not be sufficient to lead a company.
Very true. We'll take a short break here, but when we return, we'll continue our discussion on management education in India and also continue taking all your queries. So stay right there. Welcome back to Career Cafe. We're looking at careers in management, and with us is Dr. Chaturvedi, Director, BIMTech. And there's been a caller waiting on the lines, Rishikesh from Maharashtra. Sorry to keep you waiting, Rishikesh. What's your question?
हेलो मैम.
Hi.
मेरा नाम ऋषिकेश है, मैं महाराष्ट्र से बोल रहा हूँ.
जी.
मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मैं एग्रीकल्चर बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का लास्ट ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ, तो मुझे मैनेजमेंट में क्या स्कोप है आगे?
बहुत बढ़िया स्कोप बताइए चतुर्वेदी साहब.
आपको सबसे अच्छा रहेगा यदि आप इरमा, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ रूरल मैनेजमेंट आनंद में ट्राई करें। उनका टेस्ट अलग होता है, जो कैट और बैट से अलग है। वो अपना टेस्ट खुद एडमिशन टेस्ट संचालित करते हैं। इसके अलावा कई और भी स्कूल हैं जो एग्रीकल्चर पर या एग्री बिजनेस पर फोकस्ड हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो आप वहां ट्राई कर सकते हैं। इसके अलावा फॉरेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पर भोपाल में एक बहुत अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट है, वहां आप ट्राई कर सकते हैं।
विच इज ऑल्सो इन द सेम रेकनिंग एज द
अगर आपका कैट स्कोर अच्छा है और अगर आप IIM अहमदाबाद में आपको कॉल मिलता है तो वहां भी एग्रीकल्चर पर
एग्री बिजनेस
मैनेजमेंट का प्रोग्राम है। तो एग्री बिजनेस में अपार संभावनाएं हैं, अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, एंड आपको उन अपॉर्चुनिटीज को ट्राई करनी चाहिए।
I hope you've got your answer. And before another caller comes in, let me slide in my questions, Dr. Saab. There is a critique about Indian management education. We have over all these years, we have not been able to evolve an Indian ethos or an unique Indian style of management. Is this because we have one eye always cast on the West, or is it that in this global, global village kind of environment, we don't need an Indian style of management? What is it?
It's a cultural issue, and it comes out from the society. We follow everything which is coming from the West. There are many great writers who have been writing in regional languages.
True.
They have no following.
Yes.
They have no readers. But we try to read all the English writing from UK or from other English-speaking countries. Similarly, films. We are obsessed with Hollywood, and we do not take it seriously, the good work done by great directors from Bollywood or from regional films.
Yes.
So I think in education, we have been greatly influenced by British influence, and in management education, since it started mostly from US, and in India it has a 50 years history. There have been many instances when Indian professors have done a lot of good work, and but still we look towards West for buying the books or for searching the references for any research work. But I think gradually the teachers and researchers at leading business schools in India, they are developing their course material, and moreover many of the professors in US and UK who are of Indian origin, they have done very well. And the top professors like late Sumant Ghosal, or late Professor C.K. Prahlad, or Professor Nirmalya Kumar, or Professor Jagdish Seth, these are the names.
Yes, absolutely.
Who have studied in India, gone abroad, and now they are respected worldwide. So I do not think that Indian idiom of management education cannot be invented. It will take time, but I think now there is a shift that you cannot study India without knowing India. So management education principles can be universal, but applications can be culture specific or economy specific. And right now there is a trend that all over in top B schools, people are looking towards emerging economies of China and India.
True,
or
true.
the BRICS economies.
Yes.
And professor like Vijay Govindarajan, they are talking a lot about reverse innovation, that innovations done in India will be replicated worldwide. Because India is a country where doing innovation is very cheap.
Yes, yes.
So big multinational like GE, they are doing a lot of research work in India. Then they are shifting it to worldwide. So I think multinationals are following it, that do research in India,
and
then replicate and make it commercial worldwide. So I think in management education within next 20 years, Indian management or Indian style of management education will be very dominant player in the global community of B schools.
Well said. Absolutely well said. And Dr. Saab, one more caller, Prashant from Bihar. Prashant, welcome. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं पूर्णिया बिहार से बोल रहा हूँ. मेरा नाम प्रशांत है. मैम मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन डिजिटल इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजमेंट मैं करना चाहता हूँ और मैं बीकॉम फाइनल ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ.
डिजिटल इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजमेंट
क्या एलिजिबिलिटी और क्राइटेरिया है और फिर इसमें कैसे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं?
बहुत अच्छा सवाल. मैं इसमें अपना भी एक सवाल जोड़ देती हूँ डॉक्टर साहब कि ये सेक्टोरल एमबीए करना चाहते हैं, तो सेक्टोरल एमबीए और जनरल मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम जिसको हम आम एमबीए, प्लेन वैनिला एमबीए कहते हैं, तो करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए और किसको करना चाहिए?
ये तो पूर्णिया से इन्होंने ये क्वेश्चन पूछा, मुझे बहुत खुशी है। हिंदी के बहुत प्रसिद्ध लेखक पूर्णिया के निवासी थे फणीश्वरनाथ रेणु, तो उनको मैं याद करता हूं। और इनका सवाल जो इन्होंने पूछा है, मैं इन्हें ये सुझाव देना चाहूंगा कि ट्रिपल आईटी हमारे देश में कई हैं, और वो ट्रिपल आईटी में वो सर्च करें डिजिटल इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजमेंट पर कोई प्रोग्राम फुल टाइम 2 इयर्स का अभी मेरे संज्ञान में नहीं है। लेकिन सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम उन्हीं लोगों को करना चाहिए जो सवाल आपने पूछा, जो बहुत फोकस्ड है।
बिल्कुल।
जिनका मान लीजिए किसी आदमी का फोकस डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में है, या किसी का इंश्योरेंस में है, या किसी का बैंकिंग में है। किसी को बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री बहुत अच्छी लगती है, और किसी को मान लीजिए कि कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, और उसके कारण व्यक्तिगत हो सकते हैं, सामाजिक हो सकते हैं। और तो सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस मेरे इंस्टीट्यूट ने देश में सबसे पहले इंश्योरेंस और रिटेलिंग के 2 प्रोग्राम सबसे पहले लॉन्च किए थे। और ये सवाल बार बार हमसे पूछा गया कि इसे कौन पढ़ेगा और क्यों पढ़ेगा। लेकिन आज 1 दशक के बाद मैं कह सकता हूं कि इंश्योरेंस और रिटेलिंग में एमबीए करने वाले लोगों की संख्या अब बढ़ती जा रही है, और इंडस्ट्री में अच्छे अवसर उनको मिल रहे हैं। अभी हमने पिछले 3 वर्ष पहले एक ऐसा ही सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम 2 साल का एमबीए शुरू किया सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट को लेकर। सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट अपने आप में एक बहुत विश्वव्यापी एक विचारधारा है कि कंपनियों को अपना कारोबार करते समय एनवायरनमेंट को, सोसाइटी को, इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए, लोगों की हेल्थ को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। तो ये पूरे वर्ल्ड में 22 जगहों पर ये पढ़ाया जाता है। इंडिया में सबसे पहले हमने शुरू किया, बहुत मुश्किल है उसको चलाना, लेकिन हमको मालूम है भविष्य इसका है।
बिल्कुल।
कुछ दिनों बाद लोग पर्यावरण के बारे में, प्लेनेट के बारे में, इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ के बारे में लोग ज्यादा गौर करेंगे। मल्टीनेशनल बहुत सारी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां जैसे कोका कोला है, वो हैप्पीनेस को ज्यादा हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं। यूनिलीवर ने ये कहा कि हम अपने बिजनेस कारोबार को, उनके जो इस समय सीईओ हैं पॉल मैन, वो जब आए तो उन्होंने कहा कि 5 साल के अंदर हमको टर्नओवर डबल करना है और कार्बन फुटप्रिंट को आधा करना है। तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी भी एक सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम है, और इरमा रूरल मैनेजमेंट एक सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम है, एग्री बिजनेस एक सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम है, इंश्योरेंस सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम है, बैंकिंग हेल्थ केयर सेक्टरल प्रोग्राम है। तो ये सारे प्रोग्राम इंडिया में अभी थोड़ा टाइम इन्होंने लिया है, लेकिन इनका भविष्य अच्छा रहेगा। लेकिन ये उन्हीं लोगों के लिए ठीक है जिनका फोकस उस एरिया में है।
बिल्कुल, ये बहुत।
अब जैसे किसी ने एमबीबीएस किया है और वो एमबीए हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट में करे तो उसके लिए बहुत अच्छा है।
बहुत अच्छा है, बिल्कुल। या फार्मेसी किया है, या
फार्मेसी किया है तो हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट में करे। किसी ने बीकॉम किया है तो वो इंश्योरेंस में जा सकता है, बैंकिंग में जा सकता है।
एक और कॉलर है भाई, आपका फील्ड बहुत ही पॉपुलर है डॉक्टर साहब। श्वेता फ्रॉम वेस्ट बंगाल। हाय श्वेता।
हाय,
वेलकम।
thank you. Means I wanna ask sir that after dropping 1 year after +2, I am in BSc first year in BHU.
Okay.
So I don't know where to go. Means I want to go for research line, but after all, mom says that I'm a girl and I have to do a job. I have to secure my life, but I want to do something for the world. What's the best options, best plans for me?
कितना अच्छा सवाल है।
इनोसेंट क्वेश्चन।
इनोसेंट क्वेश्चन।
इसका जवाब तो आपको ही देना चाहिए।
नहीं, पर आप देंगे। आप मैं तो इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी।
Can you repeat the question?
Well, the question is कि 10+2 के बाद she dropped a year, then she is doing her BSc from BHU. She wants to do something in research and contribute to the country, लेकिन उसकी मदर कह रही है कि भाई आपको जॉब करना चाहिए जल्द से जल्द, और फिर लड़की हो, शादी होनी चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह। पर रिसर्च भी तो एक जॉब है, और अब हमारी गवर्नमेंट सरकार कितना एम्फेसिस दे रही है, प्रोत्साहन दे रही है साइंस एजुकेशन और साइंटिफिक रिसर्च पे। इतने फैंटास्टिक आप जीआरएफ्स वगैरह का जो अमाउंट मिलता है बच्चों को, वो कितना ज्यादा और अट्रैक्टिव बनाया गया है। आप बीएससी करने के बाद अगर आपकी मदर बहुत ज्यादा कीन है कि आप जल्दी से जल्दी पढ़ाई करके फैमिली वगैरह शुरू करें, तो एटलीस्ट आप एमएससी करें, और MSc करके you can start teaching and side by side then continue your research etc. But I would like your inputs.
पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट करना तो जरूरी है इनको, अगर इनका रिसर्च में दिलचस्पी है। पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करने के बाद में इनको जॉब मिल सकता है। BHU में अगर ये पढ़ रहे हैं तो जरूर इनका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड अच्छा रहा होगा। लेकिन ऐसे बहुत सारे जॉब्स हैं जहां फ्लेक्सी जॉब्स होते हैं, जैसे रिसर्च है, मार्केटिंग रिसर्च बहुत सारी हाउसवाइफ्स घर पे बैठ के भी कर सकती हैं। लैपटॉप अगर उनके पास इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी है तो बहुत सारे काम जो कंपनियां आउटसोर्स करती हैं या अलाउ करती हैं अपने विमेन एम्प्लॉइज को कि घर से बैठ के भी काम कर सकते हैं। तो अभी इनको ज्यादा चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए। अभी इनको फोकस सिर्फ
बिल्कुल जो पढ़ रही हैं वो
BSc पर होना चाहिए। BSc के बाद में ये सर्च करें कि ये किस एरिया में रिसर्च करना चाहती है, एजुकेशन में, हेल्थ में, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में, और ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। तो पहले ग्रेजुएशन पूरा करें, उसके बाद पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करें, और ग्रेजुएशन करते हुए इनको लगातार सर्च करना चाहिए कि उनको किस विषय में और किस डिसिप्लिन में पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करना है। अभी से ये ना सोचें कि नौकरी कहां मिलेगी, नौकरी जरूर मिलेगी। अगर आप ब्राइट हैं, हार्ड वर्किंग हैं, और तो आपको नौकरी जरूर मिलेगी, आपको अवसर जरूर मिलेंगे।
And on that note, we wrap up today's show here. Dr. Chaturvedi, what a pleasure having you on Career Cafe.
My
really,
pleasure
it's
too.
an honor.
Thank you.
And for sharing all your valuable insights. बहुत अच्छे जवाब दिए आपने. Next week on Career Cafe, we'll look at yet another super career. But before that, let me leave you with another of my favorite quotes. The price of inaction is far greater than the cost of making a mistake. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Bye for now, and best wishes for a wonderful, successful and memorable 2014. Be your best.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.